Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna be reacting to
Unpopular K-pop opinions because Ador scrubbed NewJeans from their website.
Never had a sugar daddy. If I wanted a sugar daddy, yes, I probably could go out and get one because I am what? Sickening. You could never have a sugar daddy because you are not that kind of girl.
1. Why was NewJeans removed from Ador's website? On August 10th, Ador's official domain ador.world got redirected to adoraudition.world. And now it's just an audition page, no profiles, every single reference to NewJeans is gone. The new page is straight up branded for applicants. Bunnies are out here acting like it's some mystical sign. But no, it's literally just a rebrand. The site now looks like Hybe's other sublabels. Except instead of Ador's name in the copyright section, it's got Hybe's logo slapped on there. And the misinformation is wild. Hybe's main site still lists NewJeans as part of their roster. Also, the mediation for the contract validity lawsuit is set for.
Okay, so there's a lot because I did a K-pop news video that we talked about this already, but it seems like there's a misinformation here. Then, what I'm thinking, I don't know if it's like possible, but maybe they're like merging Ador into Hybe. I don't know, because she said it looks the same as other Hybe's pages. So they're like kind of dropping that Ador, just merging into Hybe. Because there's no groups under Ador really.
Well,
I don't know.
how I can see that it would make sense because initially it seemed like under Minhyejin that Adore was like its own thing, and therefore she had like control over a lot when there was confusion about who had what responsibilities. So I think to kind of restructure and clarify those confusions is to make it look like everything else.
Yeah.
For August 14th, and that's almost certainly going to flop. 2. The under 15 survival show has been axed yet again, after it got dragged for sexualizing kids as young as 9 and dropped by its original broadcaster. Instead of taking the hint, it got adopted by KBS under the vomit-inducing rebrand A Star Is Born and shipped off to their Japanese subsidiary like dumping toxic waste across the border. They really thought a new network and a shiny title would make people forget they were about to parade literal children in makeup and borderline provocative outfits on national TV. I just can't anymore. Do they not get it? This isn't just about bad optics. Putting 9 to 15-year-olds through the K-pop machine on camera with full glam, tight costumes, and suggestive choreography isn't just exploitative, it's handing predators free material on a silver platter. The stuff companies already get away with behind closed doors is horrifying enough. Now they wanted to televise it, normalize it, and market it as training. And don't even start with the "it's just part of the industry" excuse. Yeah, that 14-year-old rookie you see debut? She's been in the system since she was 9, which means she's been living under corporate control since elementary school, getting molded into marketable property before she's even old enough to sign her own contract. Thankfully, child advocacy groups and fans tore into this mess until KBS folded and scrapped it. But this is just one battle in a war that's still raging backstage. Canceling the show stops them from airing it, but it doesn't stop the grooming, the overtraining, and the creepy marketing strategies happening off camera. They lost some money this time, sure, but they'll just try again with a different name, a different loophole, and the same sick premise. And the fact the producers of this trash had the gall to pitch it twice tells you everything you need to know. They don't see kids as people, they see them as fresh meat for the K-pop grinder. 3. Cortez's pre-debut track Go.
I mean, I'm glad, it got scrapped again. That show was a little weird when we saw. I didn't realize they're trying to reboot it, but I'm glad they did.
It's weird because of who's doing it.
Yeah, like 9 to 15 years old, and
Because we used to have that back in the day. It's like Star Search.
it,
It just, for me, the issue was not that young kids wanted to be a part of this world if they were interested. The issue is like who was a part of
yeah,
managing that.
yeah, and like it should be like appropriate. Like if they do it like a Disney type of show, it's different. But they
Yeah.
don't do it Disney, they're probably gonna have them perform like Blackpink songs. So
That's the issue.
yeah, that's the issue. Like if they did like as I said, like I don't know if there's like a Disney version in K-pop, like K-pop
then
for
again-
children. I don't know.
Then again, I do remember like kids singing like Aretha Franklin. They weren't like doing anything inappropriate per se.
But it's not about singing. It's like more about like dancing, makeup. Like
I
revealing outfits,
see.
that type of.
Because like think about like toddlers and tiaras.
I don't like those shows either. I don't think those shows should be done. Toddlers or Tears is the weirdest thing to me. I don't like it.
Was horrible. For a group bragging about self-production, this level of unoriginality is embarrassing. It's every tired hip-hop and trap cliché in the book drowned in the most obnoxious autotune setting ever invented. And not just a little. It's caked on so thick you can't hear a shred of their real tones. Every member sounds exactly the same, flat and robotic. The vocal line has no contour, no personality, nothing. They're so desperate to be this Travis Scott light Western street rap act that they've gutted everything that actually makes K-pop K-pop. Instead of tight rap flows or stacked harmonies, we get dragged out lines over a bass line that barely changes, sprinkled with random ad-libs and slang they clearly lifted from American rap without even bothering to make it fit. and when your members are 16-year-old teenagers still figuring out how to rap. Trying to act like seasoned mic-dropping legends just amplifies how forced it all feels. You can't pull up to the studio with our pants low when you still sound studio-dependent. 5th gen, especially Hybe, is straight up deleting the K from K-pop. They're sanding down all the good stuff: vocal layering, dynamic structures, mixing genres, maximalism. Instead, we get this bargain bin Western cosplay. K-pop works best when it hits you with contrast, tension, payoff, big hooks, bridges that actually go somewhere. Go just sits there in one gear the whole time, and when that one gear is nothing but fake swagger, it's dead on arrival. The swaggy slurred delivery is not believable for a second. It's a costume, and it sounds like a costume. There's no grit, no real attitude, just kids trying to sound tough. Writing a song doesn't automatically make it good, and this track is the proof. 4. The boys can't seem to catch a...
Yeah, we talked about this already in the reaction. We talked about it when we did the news. Yeah, I think the consensus is it's not a good song. We'll see.
I was the only one who disagreed. I felt like it was an okay song, and I feel like this is just a pre-release. It's good that they're getting all this conversation out now, so they can like come back and really, really wow everyone.
We'll see what the title track is. You know, we'll see if the title track is the same. It's gonna be a problem, but if title track is something completely different, then you know maybe it's just experimental. It's you know, it's too early to jump to conclusions.
It's called Color Outside the Line.
That's what their name stands for. Chorus.
So the album's not called that?
Our album is called that, but that's also what the name stands for.
To break. They were supposed to have a concert in Seoul on August 10th, but then an explosives threat hit and the show was delayed. Around early afternoon, a fax landed at the venue warning that explosives were planted inside. Their
Core, so I guess color.
Oh, I thought each letter.
No, outside. I don't know. That's what they said. I don't know.
agency had to call in the cops and fire department, and the place was evacuated fast. Fans were herded out while officials did a full sweep. Thankfully, they found nothing. After that, the agency pushed the show back to 6 p.m. I'm glad. Everyone's safe. But what the heck is happening with this group? First, we had endless petty scandals. Now a whole bomb threat drops out of nowhere. And not even in some high-tech way. No. Some crusty loser actually sent a fax like we're living in 1998. I don't know what's more embarrassing, the threat itself or the sender. With everything happening, it's not exactly tinfoil hat territory to suspect this mess traces right back to their IST days. That company had a track record of letting Saseing creeps lurk around unchecked, practically spoon-feeding them access to the group. Now the boys land in a new agency that slams the door in those freaks' faces, and suddenly mysterious dirt starts spilling every other week. Companies have always quietly let toxic fan sites and Saseing slide or even fed them crumbs because those accounts exploit leverage. You think it's a coincidence that some...
I don't know if Sasaengs is who would call in a threat, though. I think they have somebody who don't like them. I think that person might be responsible for exposing the guy for sleeping with the porn star. You know, there's definitely seems like they do have some like actual haters, not like people that want them to fail. So I think it's those people that are messing with them. I wouldn't call them Sasaeng, unless they were Sasaengs, but they got really done dirty or something, and now they're turned into like, you know, their life mission is to ruin the group or something like that. I don't know, but I don't think they're like actual Sasaengs. What's the logic for Sasaeng to call in a threat like that? Because you don't get to see your idol, so like, what? I just don't see that. I don't see that connection. I don't know.
Saseing run fan sites with a history of crossing every privacy line in the book magically get prime barricade spots, backstage glimpses, and airport timing down to the minute? Please, that's not luck, that's leverage. These people are sitting on enough dirt to flip a comeback into a career obituary, and the companies know it. So instead of going nuclear and risking that drop, they quietly slide them perks, access to van routes.
Same old phone? Nah. Upgrade to the new Galaxy Z Fold
Some
7.
companies may do what she's accusing it, but
Public
I don't think
schedule
it's like a
heads-ups,
widespread
priority
thing.
photo pit entry, in exchange for silence. It's a hostage negotiation with better lighting. This is why you see the same repeat offenders never getting blacklisted despite obvious rule breaking. They get banned for 2 weeks as a PR gesture, then bam, they're back. Because they're not just a problem, they're an asset in the company's little ecosystem of controlled chaos, a PR shield, a gatekeeper, and a liability all in one. 6. Another survival show group has flatlined before they even debut. I'm talking about Be the Next 9 Dreamers, a Philippine-Korean cross-survival show produced by MLD Entertainment. This is the same company that bled staff in 2024 because they couldn't even pay wages. Reporting said they were down to fewer than 5 employees and owing severance. While the CEO camped out in the Philippines to chase money after the K-pop side collapsed following Momoland's exit and a trademark mess around Lapillis, that's the context they walked into the show with, a company in a cash crunch, a brand with zero public trust and a pipeline that looked like duct tape and vibes. The show itself? It started last February with glossy mentors, Sandara hosting, and EXO's Chen and ex-Treasure member Bang Yetum as mentors, and 27 episodes later they pulled 9 winners and promised a global debut straddling Korea and the Philippines. On paper, cute. In reality, the oxygen cut off the second the finale credits rolled. No group name, no debut date, no music, no content cadence. Nothing but silence for 3 months now from a company that needed a miracle and delivered a ghost. When your entire post-finale strategy is hope, that's not a rollout, that's a missing person report. And now the kicker. The members themselves are telling you the party's over before it started. Member Zor openly posted he was relieved they never signed anything. Johan announced a new beginning as a soloist. Meanwhile, 2 members Yunho and Ivan were formally routed back to their original group The Kingdom. Translation. The debut team scattered to their corners because there's no funded plan to hold them together if your top picks are walking or being reclaimed by their...
I mean, you know, that's unfortunate, but if the label don't have the money, they don't have the money. That's what it is. But we can look at the positive. They got a little more exposure. They got, because if it was like across country, so they got exposure for another country. So the Koreans got exposure for the Filipino audience, and Filipinos got exposure for Korean audience. So not all is lost. I mean, obviously, if you want to debut, you want to debut, but you still can get your own social media following up, and then, you know, they start like standing you, and a guy's going solo. Well, that's great for him. So I'd rather they not debut at all than they debut and sign a contract and be stuck and not get pushed at all, like what we're seeing with like Ghost 9. Remember that group? They like not getting pushed because they just label don't have the money. So here, label don't have the money, they still free people, but they got exposure. So it's not the worst case scenario.
Their original companies 2 months after the finale. It doesn't scream
But that
imitate
MLD Entertainment name is familiar to me. I wonder if that's the label that SB19 was signed under.
debut. It screams project shelved to
Let me
save
look it
face.
up.
Why did it flop? Money and credibility, full stop. You can't staff a cross-border rookie group without a real payroll, a content engine, and a promoter network. MLD's recent track record shows all 3 were shaky at best. The global pitch demands 2 markets worth of costs. Korea and the Philippines, while the company's public history is unpaid salaries, artist exits, and brand decay, add vanishing post-show momentum, no steady updates, no pre-debut content, no showcase bookings, and fans quite reasonably concluded the debut was toast, if any.
Nah, they were signed under Show BT, I guess. That's so. I don't know why I know that label then.
Anything. The contestant posts are the soft confirmation. No contracts, no schedule, no unit cohesion, just vibes and farewells. Bottom line. Be the next 9 Dreamers looks like a textbook ratings first responsibility later survival show. A flashy finale with 0 operational follow-through. MLD tried to launder its crisis through a new boy group and ran headfirst into reality. You can't bootstrap a multinational debut when your house is still on fire, until someone shows a signed lineup, a real budget and a calendar with actual dates. Call it what it is. Effectively cancelled in everything but a press release. 7. Some idols actually like aegyo. The amount of Western fans projecting their own hangups onto Korean idols over it is borderline racist. It's giving cultural
What's aegyo? Do you know?
imperialism. This idea that your norms are the right ones and anything outside of them is weird and fake. In reality, sociologists have been saying for years that human communication
look it
leans
up.
heavily on indirectness, softening language and cute behavior as tools for keeping social harmony. Just look at daily life. In the service industry, waitresses, shop clerks, baristas, they'll use softer voices. Cute
Aegyo in Korean is a normalized gendered performance that involves a cute display of affection. So it's like the the cute when they do like the cute things, I guess, the cute style. Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah.
tones and gestures with customers because that's considered attentive and pleasant, not infantilizing, among friends, especially women but not exclusively. Exaggerated cute voices and faces are a way of teasing and bonding. Couples use it for flirting. In workplaces, a junior might add a little aegyo when making a request to make it feel less confrontational. It's not about acting like a child, that's a Western projection. The Western mindset that cute equals childish and serious equals adult just doesn't apply in Korea. A 40-year-old collecting plushies or rocking a cute phone charm isn't judged as immature, it's just another valid form of self-expression. Calling idols fake for doing something that's normal in their culture is arrogant. Sure, sometimes it's done on cue for a camera, but that's true for any performance. To assume every single moment of aegyo is forced misery is ridiculous. Plenty of idols like Nayeon have built their entire image around cuteness because they genuinely enjoy it. You don't keep that energy up for years unless you're into it.
The authenticity of this cuteness that they're portraying. Because it can be a little bit odd for someone from the West to see a grown woman with like a lot of plushies or collecting
It's odd for
plushies.
me. I feel like she's calling me out right here. I really feel targeted by this.
But it seems to be quite common.
I understand where she's coming from, though. I understand what she's saying. She's saying that
It's
just because,
cultural.
because we don't understand it, it's cultural to them. I get it.
Camera. Idols use aegyo with staff, younger members and fans because it's their comfort zone. And yes, the reason MCs, reporters and fans keep asking for it isn't just because it's an idol trope, it's because aegyo is a socially accepted, often endearing interaction in Korea. So please educate yourselves.
Interesting.
Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. If you like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord and share as much kindness as possible.